So today, I want to explain a few things from Frenemy that may or may not have confused some people. It shouldn't take long. I actually have a few things I want to talk about. The first topic I have today is relationships. In my story, specifically the relationships between Jeremy, Susie, Cassidy, and Charlotte. William and Clara are not included. They're already, husband and wife. There isn't any reason to talk about them, so those two are pretty straightforward. The second is the confusing detail with glitch and digital glitchtrap that I think people are a bit mistaken. And the third is about a new project I've been working on recently. Right. First, I just want to say that I'm sorry that I've been absent more and more with each video the last couple of months. Let's just say that I'm juggling more than I was 2 years ago than I am today. I can't dedicate enough time to videos as I used to. Alright, that all said, moving on. Relationships. This topic is sort of a big deal. You see, if you've seen my recent post I made, I briefly explained my difficulty being direct about how the characters are towards each other. First, the only relationships that exist in my story are Jeremy and Susie, and Cassidy and Charlotte. Again, William and Clara do have a relationship. They are husband and wife. But that's not required here. Everyone knows that William and or Miss Afton would have to be husband and wife. There's no real reason to talk about that. It's all said and done and gone. Everyone knows. That's not what's important. What's important is the other four. And you see, it was time that I did something about how I approached romance in the story, since that is what this technically is, right? Frenemy was the perfect chance to make it happen. Everything is going to hell. Digital Glitchtrap is possessing everybody. The only ones left are a select few that survived, and the chance of success is low. And throughout Frenemy, at some point, Cassidy and Charlotte are eventually left to themselves, and Charlotte finally gets her chance. She opens the barrier, and she enters Cassidy's mind before she can deal a fatal blow to William. But it isn't working. Cassidy has reverted to her old self, and she's being coerced into believing in revenge again. And in Charlotte's mind, she's so absolutely terrified that Cassidy won't listen to her, that she will destroy the doubt in her heart. And by doubt, what I'm trying to say is that in the same scene, right, you have William there, right? At least it's an illusion created by digital glitchtrap, an illusion that he is connecting to the manipulated or possessed Cassidy. If Cassidy were to strike down that illusion of William, then she is effectively destroying the very little amount of resistance that she has, and once doing so, she will give up all control of herself over to digital glitchtrap. Now, Charlotte can still stop that, but it's still a problem. Having said that, Charlotte does the only thing she could, right? The only thing that she still has left that she can say to Cassidy that can change everything. She confesses. She confesses her love for Cassidy, something neither of them has ever dared to do, because ultimately, it doesn't matter how much they loved each other. They had no life anymore. They are animatronics. They aren't human. They don't even know what it truly means to live in a world like everyone else. Always stuck behind walls. Always stuck behind doors. What kind of love can two individuals like that have? And so they both knew, and they both endured to never say a word. Charlotte's only choice was to confess, because if there was any shred of Cassidy left in there, she could shock her back to reality. And if Cassidy ever cared for her the way Charlotte cares for her, then she would succeed. Her confession would work, and that is exactly what happened. Before, it might have been a little hard to know that these two ever had any relationship at all, besides them just being two mutually exclusive ghosts that sought revenge. However, I did give hints time and time again in the past, but I never came outright and said it. Like, I never just straight up and said, yeah, Cassidy and Charlotte, they're in a relationship. They're together. At least until now. In Frenemy, once I got through all of the struggle, I made sure that Charlotte would be as direct and as explicit as possible. No covering it up. She confesses right here, right now in Frenemy, straight to Cassidy's face, even though she's possessed. And it is the worst possible moment to ever do so. Right? Now, it's important to know that in my story, I'm going to handle the relationship part of all these things between the characters a bit more seriously, especially since it's FNAF. It's automatically a problem when talking about anything, and again, anything to do with relationships or shipping or whatever you want to call it, right? You don't have to worry about anything weird happening, okay? I'm not going down that rabbit hole. That's not happening. That's not what's happening here. I'm taking the more realistic approach. It's not fully realistic, which is the only approach that I can take given their scenario, right? They aren't human. They are animatronics. That means the only interaction they can have in a relationship of this type is through talking with each other. It's not like they can kiss or hold hands or go out on dates, now can they? Well, going out on dates may be possible in the future. Other things, however, can't. Animatronics in FNAF can't do anything of that sort. This is the sort of where the tragedy lies, because at the end of the day, once all the danger has passed, once they all finally think about what they want, once Digital Glitchtrap and all of his schemes are dealt with, the only thing left is to live life. With what they can, however. It'll be difficult, because there really isn't anything they can do differently than what they are already doing. Sad. Now, talking about Cassidy and Charlotte, I know Jeremy and Susie are in the same sort of boat. They're in a relationship. However, everything I spoke about applies to these two as well. So there isn't any real reason or point in talking about them. The point of all of this is just to say that I'm not going to do anything weird. That's really the message I'm trying to drive home here. Now, moving on, right? I've said all I had to say about relationships. That's it. That's all there is. Foxy, Fritz, Gabriel, they don't have anything. There's no Foxy and Mangle, okay? There's nothing else. That's it. Done. Alright? Moving on. Now, the confusion surrounding what's going on with Glitch and Digital Glitchtrap sort of stems from the original plan Glitch had in dealing with them in the beginning. You see, Digital Glitchtrap is essentially the Glitchtrap everyone knows from Help Wanted, right? Him, the Glitchtrap I've created in this alternate universe, Digital Glitchtrap, is supposed to be similar or as the same sort of Glitchtrap that is in Help Wanted, right? That means Digital Glitchtrap, VR game. That is what he's supposed to represent, and that would also make him the same Glitchtrap that would be in Security Breach, at least indirectly. What I went for was that Digital Glitchtrap exists in the systems of the Pizzaplex of Security Breach, and Vanny speaks to Digital Glitchtrap through the system. I'm only guessing that this is what she did in the actual security breach. Whether that she was actually possessed and then they just completely destroyed Glitchtrap when they dealt with Vanny personally is not exactly accurate, given if that were the case, then Vanny being still alive in the ending with the true ending, with William being Springtrap again, or Burntrap, that would mean that he wasn't actually killed. He's still in Vanny. That might be possible, but we're not talking about theories here about the actual canon. We're talking about alternate universe William's tragedy here. Alright, I digress. This is how Chris is possessed originally. Not through Vanny, but through VR simulation. Oh, sorry. The possession of Chris is different because it takes place in a VR simulation. Technically, that's how Vanny was possessed too, but it's a bit different, right? The possession of William and the rest of the other animatronics and Clara is when Chris came in contact with them. You see, in my story, possession through touch, or, well, technically it happens with Burntrap trying to possess Freddy Fazbear, but I guess you could just roll with that. He can possess people through contact as well, but it's not the same possession as Chris. He can control people who were possessed from Chris, but it's not the same kind of thing, right? They're following like an order, right? You're telling a puppet to go down the hall, right? That's what they're doing. He's giving them a little bit more of a generalization of an order, right? Keep an eye out on the entire place, which means now he doesn't have to do anything. They'll do exactly what they're supposed to do without his call, basically. And when he tells them to attack, Michael and Elizabeth, they're going to continuously look and search for those two and attack them. He doesn't always have to keep telling them. However, with Chris, he is directly controlling Chris. Now, Glitch's plan is simple. Instead of taking care of all of the animatronics separately, which would work, but it's highly unpredictable, right? They don't know how the outcome would go because it would require far more time and far more effort. Instead, Glitch wanted to go after Chris directly. If Chris's possession is stopped, then Glitch can hijack the control of the virus he gave to the rest of the animatronics and destroy it from there, thus eliminating his control over the rest of them all at the same time. It's a bit convoluted, but that's the way it is. Once Digital Glitchtrap is dealt with, he doesn't die, nor is he destroyed. He is contained still within the systems of the Pizzaplex. Digital Glitchtrap, as I was saying, was controlling Chris remotely from a distance. You understand? And in Chapter 3, once Chapter 3 concludes, soon, Chapter 4 will have the characters confront Digital Glitchtrap in his own territory. And that is when they will finish this once and for all. Does all of that make sense? I hope it does. I know I kind of go off on tangents a lot, but that's just the way it is. Now, the final thing is the project, the thing I was working on, the household of the 3 Glitchtraps. This series is a spin-off. It takes from William's tragedy, AU alternate universe, which means the 3 Glitchtraps are the same. They are the same Glitchtraps that I've just been talking about. Glitch, Digital, and the original. Right? Those are the 3 same ones. It's separate, standalone. There won't be William, there won't be the Afton family, there won't be the FNAF crew, there won't be any of that. There will be Vanny though. Since Vanny is sort of connected with Glitchtrap and all of his nonsense, doesn't matter if only one of them is connected to Vanny and the other 2 are just kind of their own deal, she's still connected one way or another. However, she'll be a very minor supporting character that will make occasional visits in some of the episodes of Household of the 3 Glitchtraps. Now, I know some of you are using this as a means to predict that one way or another Glitchtrap, Digital Glitchtrap or the Glitch are all gonna you know, have a happy ending. Well, you just keep thinking that. I don't want to give anyone spoilers or anything. The point is, this is a spin-off. It has no relation to the actual series. Anything that happens in this episode is going to have no relation at all. Alright? Done. Everything I wanted to say is now off the table. I hope this had some meaning to you. Oh, God. I hope this had some meaning to you. And I am done here. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. Or week, depending on when this video gets uploaded. And I am signing off.